Hello, it's dark. What the heck? It's dark. There we are. Is that better? Ish. Hmm. Right. Hmm. I can probably manage that.
Prey, the singer, the storyteller, who resides in the now.
Oop, my child's open. A quick heal.
Hey, you! Please wait!
Oh, okay. This must be the Karthar quest, right? So the mixed
Oh,
direction I had
thank you,
yesterday.
Frey. I wasn't sure I would find anyone out here. My village needs help. The forest has turned against us. I don't know how else to describe it. Spriggans and Sench just started tearing through our village in numbers. We've had to take refuge in the sacred cave where we hold our religious ceremonies. Trethane Roland sent me to look for outside help. I don't know what he intends. He said something about a horrible crime. I think he thinks the forest is trying to exact justice for something. He's in the sacred cave with the others.
How often does this happen? Okay. This does look bad. Oh, he's way over here. Okay, so this is where they're holding up. Religious ceremonies. Ow. Hopefully they don't get mad at me for doing this. I mean, they probably won't. It's not like I'm cutting down trees. Do spriggans count? I wonder if I won't be able to see the chat if I go in here, because I am chatting with someone right now, so we'll see. Hold on. We'll ignore that. That's Molag Bal. It's not our problem right now. I like the red lighting. I got you. Okay, is that our screenshot? Is that the screenshot that we're going to use for a thumbnail, I guess? I was trying to get a thumbnail screenshot and my bat jumped in the middle of it, so... I guess that's it. Oh, let's just go inside. So why is he tied up?
I can't tell you how glad I am you're here. Something is horribly amiss, and we can't leave this cave without fearing for our lives until it's put right. We are followers of the Green Pact, pledged to protect the forest from all harm. In exchange, the forest shapes itself to our needs. But now the forest has turned against us, stirring the Sench to attack us and driving us into hiding. Only a gross violation of the Green Pact could cause the forest to attack us in this way. My suspicions were
exactly what I
confirmed
thought.
when we entered this cave. We found the sacred blossom, Sanguine Alendo, cut from its stem. No wonder the forest is angry. The requirements for correcting a violation of the Green Pact are well
This is not going to be
established.
comfortable for anyone.
3 kinds of proof are required for judgment: witness testimony, physical evidence, and a magical omen. Without all 3, no judgment can be rendered.
Well, why have you done this already?
I've been able to narrow the suspects by talking to the villagers, but to gather more evidence, we'd need to leave this cave. For as long as justice is denied under the Green Pact, the forest will destroy any of us who set foot outside this cave.
Alright. Who's going to the ooze? Honestly, I don't think this
You
is
have
worth
my
it, but-
gratitude. There are 3 suspects whose behavior has been called into question. Aranak, the Khajiit merchant, Spinner Aranas, and his wife Gathiel. I suggest talking to my people to find possible witness testimony before venturing into the town.
I heard you've been made Pact Advocate. Is this true? I want to help in any way I can. The Green Pact is sacred, and the person who broke it must be brought to justice. Anything to fix this. Aranak's been in our town for years. Why would he suddenly decide to do this? Besides, the Pact is a special bond between the Wood Elves and the Forest. I don't think the Forest would react this way if Aranak were guilty.
Hold on. Okay. That is kind of true. I mean,
Aranis is a good man.
I was
He's the
thinking
village
that.
spinner, so it's his job to pass on the stories of the Wood Elves and the Green. I learned about the Green Pact from his stories when I was a child. He would never endanger the village or break the pact. A real piece of work. Always scheming, that one is.
Okay, so it's not
Spinner's
her.
wife or not, I'm sure she's guilty. She's been sick for weeks and just happens to get better the night the pact was broken? I testify against her in a heartbeat. I heard you've been made Pact Advocate.
So Trethane Roland wants you to investigate the violation of the Green Pact. I don't see what there is to investigate. The culprit is plain enough, but I'm happy to help. Ask what you want, but I think it's obvious who did it. That Khajiit has always held our traditions in contempt. The night the Green Pact was broken, there was a terrible storm. I was sitting by the window, watching the lightning. That's when I saw that filthy cat sneak off into the woods towards the cave. I will happily testify against him.
okay, so we're gonna have people blaming other people. That's Khajiitas. Well, I do find the other lady's point interesting.
Spinner Aranas is our guiding light. He helped heal my cousin when she got sick.
I'm curious
and has
what she'll
always been
say
a
about
staunch
the
defender of
wife.
the Green Pact. It's offensive he's even under suspicion. Gathiel has her moments of ego, but she's a loyal member of this community. We were all praying for her during her recent illness, and were thrilled at her recovery.
Oh.
I don't think she's capable of this crime.
Oh. 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 Oh.
I heard you've been made Pact Advocate. Is
Wait,
this...
no. Where's the... Here we are.
You need a citizen to stand
Ah.
in testimony against
What's
the
the name of the
accused,
flower?
as well as physical evidence and a magical omen to bring a case forward. I recommend talking to my fellow townsfolk and searching the village for evidence.
It's totally obvious what happened here. I recall reading a journal entry about this as well. Years ago. Maybe it was related to this quest. I just don't remember the name of the flower. What does the Khajiit know?
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact. I was out in the storm trying to clear away fallen branches and protect my cart. For all the good it did.
Thank you for the information.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a
You don't like to
Khajiit.
listen to
Only
biased
wood
accusation,
elves
therefore
can
when
break
decision
the Green
making
Pact.
like this kind of disregard comments on preference or personal trust is just the best way to go about it. Okay. So, what definitely happened here, just gonna say it, is that the spinner, basically, all three of them except maybe the wife are guilty. I don't know. I don't know if she knew any of this, but if I was to make a guess, I recall hearing about a tale a long time ago of a Bosmer whose wife was sick, and the only way to cure her was like the petals of a flower, but he couldn't cut the flower because green pact. So I'm going to assume either that story was related to this or just another occasion of it happening. I assume that the spinner thought that he could circumvent the green pact by paying a Khajiit to cut the flower for him. Made the antidote, cured his wife. His wife feels fine. Jundal is not happy because, you know, the green knows, right? I think they just attempted to get around the whole thing. I'm just gonna say that's probably what's going on here.
So Trethane Rollin has you looking into the destruction of the sacred flower. I hope you understand this isn't just about a plant. The Green Pact defines us. Our whole way of life is based on it. I hope you take the investigation seriously. I'm happy to answer any questions you have, but I can tell you already that it was our spinner.
So the Khajiit is innocent, yes? You probably wouldn't have known what would happen. Well, here's the thing. The Khajiit specifically said to me, like, I'm not involved in this. The Green Pact does not count Khajiit. So he knows about the pact. He knows about the details of it. He knows that it doesn't count Khajiit. So he's technically innocent by intention because he thought that it wouldn't actually do anything. But he still cut the green. Like, by all accounts, he shouldn't be punished. It's not his religion. I don't think the green's even trying to punish him. I think it's trying to punish the spinner. So technically, by intention, he's innocent, I would say.
He's an alchemist.
Yep, see, he's
He
an
makes
alchemist.
Unnatural concoctions with plants.
Yeah, okay.
He
Wow.
claims to
Dang.
never use anything forbidden.
Whoa.
But everyone knows that alchemists need lots of herbs to do their work. I am willing to testify
Where does he get it?
against
Like,
him
sourced
for bringing
outwards?
this down on us.
Yeah, he probably gets his stuff sourced outwards. So it's probably ethical. But in this case, it was straight from the green.
That merchant is harmless. He only gets what people ask him to acquire, and I've never seen him harm a leaf.
See?
If it weren't for him, we'd be cut off from the rest of the world entirely.
See, I don't know if I heard like this quest at some other place or something, but all I remember is reading a piece of paper, a journal, where Bosmer was talking about this. That's all I remember.
I won't stand any bad-mouthing of Gathiel. Sure, she's married to that alchemist, but she's nothing like him, rooting around in the dirt for dead leaves. The way she carries herself, her beauty, her refinement, she would never stoop so low.
By the end, he's just a victim of false information. Yes. Technically, even if that Khajiit went right by and plucked the flower himself, without even being told to or anything, he shouldn't be punished because he's not a bossman. He has really no technical right to protect the green. But in this case, the spinner told him to do it, so the spinner pretty much did it himself. I'm assuming. But that's not good news for the spinner. The Khajiit can't be punished. Actually, no, hold on. The Khajiit might be able to be punished the same way as the spinner. I think I've heard of other species being reduced to the ooze. I'm not sure. Okay, so I need to find evidence against each, and I already talked to everyone in here. Well, I talked to most people.
I don't want to believe that Khajiit is guilty, but I'm not blind. I can read the signs. Lightning struck in the village the night the Green Pact was broken. The Khajiit is involved in some way.
That is true. Well, if that's the case, I think that the Khajiit is guilty in the way of what, like, he literally plucked the flower, so technically he's guilty, but like guilty of an actual crime against Ifrit. I don't think the Green really cares. So I'm hoping it gives me a chance to spare him. Well, for one thing's for sure, you absolutely do not like the society. It's scary. Also, Olivia, I just noticed that it's you and not Tiger. Because Tiger showed up first, and you're both orange named for me, so that was confusing. I was like, I didn't say hi because I thought that you were Tiger.
Because I'm a potato.
Yeah, that's a good way to tell it's Olivia. I forget, have you played Portal 2? Or any Portal? Well, that wasn't good. Steps on grass equals dead. Don't touch grass. ESO is a little bit easier than, like, you know, the other Elder Scrolls games where they don't, like, tell you where to look. I needed to get some help for the painting quest in Skingrad, I think. I did get a little bit of help, but I mostly did it myself, and I solved the mystery by myself. That was really fun. This is a good mystery. This is a pretty good mystery. I just think that either I read it at some point in the past, or I'm just too smart. I'm just too big brain. I'm sorry. I mean, I got a name Steps on Grass, an enemy. How about Touches Grass? Touches Grass would be a good Argonian name. Okay, so. God, it's gonna be really hard to do this with all the animals around here. I'm just going to walk over here. Okay, Spinner's Broken Sigil. The Spinner's Sigil, a complex weaving of fallen branches, is broken into several pieces and left in a pile. It's normally found above his door. This could be a mystical sign needed to accuse the spinner. I think he busted it. I think he's done being a spinner. I think he's done with Ifrit. I think he's done with the green in general. He just wants to save his wife. That's what he wants. Gaziel's astrology chart. The lady is a sign of indomitable will and unflagging health. She shines, she smiles on the sick, and makes them well, and rewards those who persevere in hardship. This is Gaziel's sign. We've been ascended so the night the forest started to turn on us. No one of her good health or something else. Tree thing roll on. Whose shack is this, by the way? I didn't see. Is this Roland's? Yeah, it's Roland's house. Lightning charred rock. This is a sigil stone, my dude. Trevor sits next to the shattered cart of the Khajiit merchant. Aranak. It seems oddly smooth and so warm to the touch. The merchant's cart was struck by lightning. It can be a mystical sign of his guilt. I don't think that's how mysteries work. This whole mystical sign of guilt thing, I don't think that's how it works. Like, you go into court. I found this rock over by the Khajiit's cart. It was struck by lightning. I think it's a mystical sign that he's guilty. But I'm gonna pick it up anyway. Khajiit merchant's invoice. Invoice 12864. 1 flower of sanguine Elendil. Yep, here we are. To be deposited by the fallen tree near the river. Paid in full. Order status filed. So maybe he didn't even know who it was meant to go to because there's a drop-off point. It's not even like he's handing it to someone. Maybe he doesn't even know. But let's type in Elendil and see if this is related. No, it's just that thing that I read. Huh. Might just be a similar tale. Okay, we're gonna go into the Spinner family house. These mashed potatoes don't have anything, so I'm using spicy buffalo sauce. For everyone who's thinking, oh my god, are you eating another burger? This burger was given to me as a gift. I think. Plant cutting. A large cutting of a vibrant but wilting plant lays here at the spinner around this alchemy stand. Most of the blossoms have been removed. Okay. No one could get this because, you know, it was so dangerous outside. What's this? Chest. It feels diaries. The wasting disease eats me, taking a little more of me each day. It takes all I have not to give it into despair and self-pity. Why me? Why now? I am young. I've done my best. Treat my neighbors with kindness, support my clan, love my husband, and care for the forest. It was worse when I see what it has done to poor Aranos. He does not sleep, he hardly eats. Day and night he is hunched over his workbench, trying new mixtures with the dead plants he's gathered from the forest floor. See, that doesn't really count. It's dead plants. They can use those. I was telling him that he mustn't let his own health suffer on my account, but I can see how much it pains him to see me this way. Meanwhile, I grow weaker. My hand shakes as I write this. This morning I woke to my husband sitting over me. There were tears in his eyes. He gave me a potion to drink, but once again, there was no change in to my illness. It's useless as long as he insists on keeping the green pact. The potions will never be potent enough, even if they are the right ones. So apparently she knows that he's got to break the pact. It seems my husband had the same thought. While he was gone today, I searched through his workbench. I found a book on rare horticulture. I fell open to a tear-stained entry on Sanguine Elendil, the sacred blossom, and its association with cures for wasting sickness. I know my husband, he would never cut the sacred flower, but I'm not willing to die when there's hope of a cure. The green pact can't be a suicide pact, can it? The force was supposed to care for us. I'm too weak to harvest Sanguine Elendil myself, but I will find a way. It is done. I have arranged that my husband will find the plant already cut in the forest. When he searches for dead flowers each morning, I have no regrets. There's a plot twist. Alright, it just got more interesting. Damn. I think she just killed herself. That's not good. I mean, that's all the evidence I need. Yeah, we're going back. so both of them are innocent. I'm gonna take her, you know. It is time for her to join the ooze. It looks like I can pick and choose.
We stand ready to hear your findings, Advocate. I encourage you to ask the suspects about any evidence you found before making an accusation.
Oh, you're playing Mr. Fair now, are you? I literally already know, but...
Remember, once you have made an accusation, you must present the supporting evidence as requested.
Now, I'm a little bit curious.
I understand. This is not something to be taken lightly. Return when you have reviewed the physical evidence, witness testimony, and mystical signs. Remember, you can ask the suspects about any evidence you find as well.
Where's the suspect? There.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves can break the Green Pact.
I don't get it. How do you explain this charred rock? Like, okay, it's a rock.
Yes, there was a storm the other night, and storms bring lightning. What does that prove? I should have chosen a better place to keep my car, that is all.
The message is stupid. Thank you for the information, bro.
Please, it wasn't me. How could it be me? I am a Khajiit. Only wood elves
Now,
can
this
break
is a
the
much
Green
better
Pact.
point here, but...
And if I did cut the flower, that does not solve the wood elves' problem. The Green Pact is their custom. I got an anonymous order for a flower and I filled it. I did not know the flower was sacred. The one who placed the order is guilty, not me.
Did he tell anyone else that? Because, I mean, it is pretty important. They would probably would have killed him if he told them, though. But yeah. That's true.
Please, it wasn't me.
That's true.
It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one responsible. It's my duty as Spinner to teach the children about the Green Pact. I would never violate it.
I mean, this isn't true either. I don't know why I'm saying this stuff. I know this isn't true. I know he uses plant material that he finds on the ground. But I like you to go through the dialogue options. You're an outsider, therefore you probably trust me more. Yeah, definitely.
Alchemy is not a common practice among wood elves, so it's understandable that there's some confusion. The only plant material I've ever used were leaves and flowers that naturally fell to the ground, as per our laws. It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one responsible. It's my duty as Spinner to teach the children about the Green Pact. I would never violate it.
So unfortunately... Well, I guess fortunately for anyone that's a big Khajiit fan. I think the Khajiit is the only one getting out of this mostly unscathed, you know.
My sigil. It's unfortunate, but there was a fierce storm the other night. What's a tangle of dead branches
You know,
against
it's
a
true, I
gale
guess.
like
I didn't
that?
think about that.
That's assuming the storm did it. Someone could have easily destroyed my sigil to make me look guilty.
Was that true?
It's truly terrible what has come upon the village, but I promise I'm not the one I know what it looks like, but I didn't cut that plant. I found it in the forest by the dead tree. It was already cut. I thought it was a gift from Ifrit to cure my wife of a wasting sickness. Please, you must believe me.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty solid, you know? Like, if he finds it, he wouldn't think, like, what a weird coincidence. He would just think, is it right?
It's truly terrible what has come...
Alright. Now time for you, Mrs. Guilty.
I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
I was sick, yes. But my husband and I prayed to Ifre, and she saw fit to heal me. I suppose to a jealous eye it could look suspicious, but it's not evidence of guilt. On the contrary, some might say Ifre has rewarded our faithfulness. I would never violate the Green Pact. I've lived by it all my life. It is unthinkable.
I mean, the diary that I read, this one that I reference here, I'm like, you write that you'll do anything to recover from your illness. She did more than that. She literally wrote confessing to the crime. I guess I don't want to tell her that. I know that. But I mean, there's a little bit more in there in her diary. It literally says, hey, I did it.
Why, yes, that is my sign, and the sign of several others in this village. Surely it was shining because I was being blessed with good health after a period of such long sickness. I am still thanking the Divines for choosing to spare me. I would never violate the Green Pact. How dare you?
Okay.
You read my most private thoughts and then hold them against me as evidence? Last I heard, thinking was not a crime. So callous. How would you feel if you were dying? Wouldn't you seek a cure? Of course I looked for something that would help, but in the end it took faithful prayer and nothing else.
That's not what your
never
diary
violate
said.
the Green Pact. I've lived by
Okay.
it all my life.
Right. Here we go. Again, this will only be relatively painless for the Khajiit, but both Khajiit and Wood Elves, this is a lose-lose situation.
We stand ready to hear your findings, Advocate. I encourage you to ask the suspects about any evidence you found before making an accusation. Remember, once you have made an accusation, you must present the supporting evidence as requested. If you are truly ready, please name the accused.
Boom.
You have formally accused Gathiel, the wife of our spinner, of breaking the Green Pact. Who do you have to stand in testimony against the accused?
I didn't really think about this.
Citizen, please step forth as accuser. Advocate, what physical evidence do you have to present to
Oh,
us?
she's got to do with it. I mean, this looks like I can go through each of these. Oh, okay. No, I definitely don't want to go with this one, though. Even though it makes it look like I can go through all of them, I just want to make sure.
We accept this diary into evidence. Please place it on the table.
I feel like this should be playing like Phoenix Wright music.
Please present the final piece of evidence, an omen from the heavens portending the guilt of the accused.
Is that like a super important thing? But okay.
We accept this astrology chart into evidence. Please place it on the table. Please allow me a moment to review the evidence you have presented.
He's loading.
After a careful review of the evidence provided to this court, I find the spinner's wife, Gathiel, guilty as
I'm
charged.
sorry. I'm so
Advocate,
sorry.
we have asked much of you in this terrible
I was
affair, but
afraid
I
to
must
die.
rely upon you for one final sacred
Oh
task.
my God!
Please
Why?
escort the prisoner to the judgment chamber below.
Oh God! Do I have to? Me? Like, is this my payment or my punishment? Okay, you know, fine.
I think it best if I move
Yeah,
on.
see,
from
he
here
wants
soon.
out. He wants
I
out.
may have been exonerated, but these elves will never look at me the same. So many of them were so sure of my guilt.
No. Oh, Gothiel. Oh, Gothiel. How could you have done this?
This isn't real. This is all a bad dream. This can't
To
be
the ooze.
happening. This can't be happening.
Why can't a Bosmer do this? You know, this is a Bosmer thing. You have an Argonian escorting her to the Judgment Chamber. Look how she's so fast. She's just so excited to get to the Judgment Chamber. It is quest line a long time ago. There will be a lot of quests where you will think that, yeah. I'm just now getting around to a lot of them. It's just so quiet. I think this is kind of overkill. I mean, you say like it's a, you know, it's a harsh society, it's a harsh religion, but I mean, like, it's a real thing. That has to happen. It's not like they made up Ifray and Ifray's punishments. Oh God. Well,
I didn't have a choice. It was just one plant. I would have died otherwise.
For blood. It is done.
I mean, I expected it to be a little bit more squishy, but less of a... Oh, well, I guess she's not there. So maybe she was just turned to ooze.
It is.
Yeah, I know, I was there, I saw it.
It is done.
Again, I saw it.
It is done.
Anyway, cool, so are you gonna pay for my therapist, or...?
You have done what we could not. You have restored us to the Green Pact. All is
Yeah.
right, even if all is not yet well.
You rewarded
Thank
me
you.
with that.
Gathiel was the gem of our village. It's still hard to believe, but who could blame her for wanting a cure to her illness? The Green Pact is a harsh burden sometimes. Still, we are grateful to you. You're welcome here anytime.
Backbreaker.
We have always been a close-knit community, and many relationships were tried and fragmented in this ordeal. It will take us a while to recover. Nevertheless, we
You're
are
good,
at
but this
peace
was
with the
places where you
forest
can
once more.
pick a flower and
that's
be go
all
for it.
thanks to you.
I mean, the green is important to them. But I would move. I mean, like a lot of Bosmer do. So essentially, when you kind of like screw up the Green Pack, you know, you kind of go back to the primordial chaos that things come from, right? So, if I recall correctly, you're like, I don't know if you're fully sentient or cognitive. I think you are. But that's your punishment. Your punishment is that you go back to the ooze. You can actually learn more about this in a quest in Well Baltor? I don't remember. Maybe it's Green Shade. It's one of these. I don't remember where. But, yeah. That's just how it works. You think a flower would be a harsh scolding, not death? I honestly have no idea why it's such a savage, sacrificial punishment. You know? I guess Ifray in general is relentless. Because nature is relentless. There's a lot of mysteries about it, you know? That's why I'm kind of doing quests here, so I can get a better feel. Because Bosmer lore is where I'm weakest. So I'm trying to understand more. That's why I am in this zone. Yeah, this mad civilization. Let me see if I have anything book-wise. Okay, here's what they have here. This is all I have on the ooze. So the Wood Elves of Velen would tell their children from a very young age. Once there was nothing but formlessness. The land held no shape, the trees did not harden into timber and bark, and the elves themselves shifted from form to form. This formlessness was called the ooze. The Ifrit took the ooze and ordered it. First, she told the green, the forest, and all the plant life in it. She gave the green the power to shape itself as it is willed, for it was her first tale. The elves were Ifrit's second tale. As Ifrit spun the story, the elves took the form they have today. Ifrit gave them the power to tell stories, but warned them against trying to shape themselves or the green. Shifting and the destruction of the forest were forbidden, like werewolves. Werewolves are a big no. Instead, Ifrit commended the Wood Elves to the green, so that they may ask the green to provide them with shelter and safe passage. As long as they respected the green, it would obey. This is called the Green Pact. So essentially, it's a symbiotic relationship. It's like, oh, I protect and provide as long as you protect and provide with me, you know. Finally, Ifrit told all the beasts that crawl on the land or swim in the rivers or fly in the air, told of all them. These Ifrit gave to the Wood Elves as sustenance. They would eat no plants but consume only meat. Ifrit also told that no Wood Elf who is struck down by another Wood Elf should be allowed to sink into the ground, but should instead be consumed, like the beasts. This is called the Meat Mandate. When the stories were told, Ifrit saw that they had a pleasing shape, but some of the ooze remained. Ifrit told a final tale then, and gave purpose to the ooze. Any Wood Elf that violated the Green Pact, either by shifting or damaging the green, like she did, would be condemned to return to the formlessness of the ooze. Did I just drop internet? No, am I good? Okay. Their names would be scrubbed from the story Ifrit is telling and replaced with silence. Wood Elves tell that those who are favored by the green have the power to release the condemned from the ooze, but where the condemned go and what form they take once they're released is unknown. No one has ever seen the ooze or heard the souls trapped in it, or met the one who can relieve the condemned of their punishment, but if you ask Wood Elf if he thinks the ooze is just a tale, he'll irrevocably reply, there's no such thing as just a tale. Hold on. I dropped something. I dropped there for a second, that's what I thought, yeah. Of course it would happen during my lore reading, right? How am I doing now? I'm seeing it red, so I'm wondering. So you guys know like the Wild Hunt. Nothing seems wrong. Yay! The Wild Hunt is essentially just the losing your form. Essentially, is what the Wild Hunt is. Like you lose your form of like an elf, and you become things like tentacles and teeth and what have you, and you become pretty much an unstoppable force. That is what happens when you call upon the Wild Hunt. It's only happened a few times in history. I think only once or twice by ESO's time. Because it's not a thing taken lightly at all. It's super ultra serious. It's like a nuclear bomb. So essentially, she went back to the ooze. And I guess they're just never going to talk of her again. I need humanoid Daedra. Are there any humanoid Daedra around here? All looks like bestial Daedra, like all of them, unfortunately. So that won't do. I also need. I like how these little altars are everywhere now. I also need some rune stones. You guys do it, woman. Ah, that is true. That is true. What domain's up right now? Let's go to a way shrine. The Bosmer origin story always confuses me, though, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of different perspectives on origin theories, and it gets kind of confusing. Because it's like, oh, hey, the Bosmer split off from the Altmer, but, you know, crap, why did it have to be this one, bro?
First of the earth bones, who sang the songs the seeds and birds now carry.
It's like, you know, oh, we started as Bosmer, but in reality, they started as Altmer. At least was what a lot of you know, historians are gonna say, and so it always got confusing to me. So it's like, okay, well, what's their real origin? Did they start here, or did they move? Whoa, oh, that was me just doing the animation there. I was confused for a second. I have to take the road. I mean, the concept of everything being shapeless and chaotic is obviously, like, before things fully had form, the Eldo-Fae were kind of going all over the place, I guess. Didn't have strict, real forms.
You aided Queen Irene in her ratification, correct?
No matter how much studying I do,
like someone
I can't really figure out, it's really difficult to figure out anything in the Dawn era, right? I mean, it's the hardest era to figure out just because of the non-linearity, for one, and also just the fact that it's just not really prepped for mortal understanding. But I can never seem to really figure out what part of Elno-Fae is Y'ffre, what part of Elno-Fae is, like, from the Shattered Worlds. I just keep going this way. I mean, they do say Y'ffre became the first of the Elno-Fae, right? And then there were others that followed him. Some stories say it was on purpose, some stories say they were forced to, I think. But it makes me wonder, at what point do you, figure out which is of the Y'ffre and which is of the, oh crap, I knew I heard it. And which is, like, of the 12 worlds. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Man, I'm gonna need to find another golem. Ah, no, I got blood fiends too. Fuck. I completed a quest, but that's not gonna be fun. So yeah, it's all really a matter of me trying to figure out, like, does Zifre become plants, trees, and animals? Do the other LFA become those things? Or is Zifre just laws of nature? Or what? You know, at what point is there a line? Is kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I hope no one minds that I do this. Imagine being a Bosmer character and just walking down and just like plucking flowers in front of everyone. Now, the Bosmer pretty much agree that the Valenwood is the green, right? So that's like, you know, all of this is the green. Like from here and then on to the coast. I've had people argue that literally everything is the green and the Bosmer just think it's Valenwood. But I mean, like, other Bosmers seem fine, you know, cutting stuff not in the Valenwood. They don't get cast into the ooze, but then again, no one's forcing them to. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that they're misunderstanding.
The ruins of Alia Doom. A testament to the strength and vigor of the Bosmer people.
But I mean, like, yeah, because you're gonna have there are Bosmer everywhere who are, you know, cutting down trees and plucking flowers because it's like, hey, we're not in the green. Frames. That's not my stream. That's me. I'm sorry. Hey, it's Elden Root. What do you expect? Why is it so bright in here? It's because the walls haven't rendered properly, maybe? Or is it because the lighting's coming in just so perfectly through the doorway? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's just because of my rendering. Do I have, like, did something happen with my rendering distance? My view distance is high, so I don't know. I'm sure there's something I have different. There we go. Now it's properly dark in here. Anyway, so the Elnafe is something that I really want to discuss, you know, on last year's year-long adventure. They like probably they didn't even say the word because like I guess it's not really a word that the druids use, and like even so the reason I'm really not too terribly surprised is that the druids don't really use that term. They just use the term nature spirits and what have you, is because like even the Weird Sisters, they don't use that term either. Like when you're talking to the Weird Sisters, like during the Glenumbra quest, I noticed because I did it kind of recently, for like the second time. They're talking about the Guardians, right? And they're like, oh, the Nature Guardians, they protect nature and all that stuff. And she goes, you might know them as the Elnafe, right? Because she's like trying to stoop on a more like the more commons, the more like civilized people use this term, the scholars or what have you. But like they don't use that term. They call them like the Guardians or whatnot. They probably call other Elnafe the Nature Spirits, just like the Druids do, because they both kind of are cut from the same cloth. Here's the different side of the coin. So I'm not too terribly surprised that the term Elnafe was not used a lot. They do use it during a trivia for I think the High Isle Reveal stream. They use that term. Well, at least one of them. One of the High Isle streams they use that term, and I was probably most people probably didn't get that right, because it's not really something that ESO often teaches, but ESO's definitely said the term more than any other Elder Scrolls game. But it's not something used all that often. So essentially, the term LFA is used in a lot of different ways. You'll hear me saying it often being LFA or LNOVX. But LFA essentially just directly translated means earth bones. I'm sure you've heard of earth bones before. So if they say earth bones, they might as well be saying LFA, right? So essentially, it's like you have, during the whole formation of everything, you have Ifrei who sacrifices themselves to become multitudes, to become like the foundation for Nirn. I like to think of it as like, a grid, you know, that you put paper mache on, right? I like to think of it like that, kind of. Like a framework, essentially. I think of like Ifrei as giving themselves to become the foundation that's setting on the frame, or they are the frame, rather. And then the other Elnothe end up joining afterwards, becoming more laws of nature. I'm pretty sure. Because you got like, if you put all the stories together, you've got like 3 different terms. You've got the like divine beings that follow Elnothe, or that follow Ifrei to join him and become more of that. And then you have the Elnothe that end up becoming like Man and Myrrh, who are different, but they use the same term to my knowledge. Because other stories say they come from different places. But that's probably why they call Ifrei the first of the Earthbones, is because there are others. However, it could be that this story about the other gods giving themselves up willingly, and then the Elnothe being forced onto Nirn as part of one of the 12 worlds, might be the same story from different tellings, I suppose. Because I don't think I've ever seen them used at the same time. But it's all very sloppy and messy, so I can't really teach, because it's like there's not really a defined knowing, understanding to my knowledge. So it's not something I can really teach, it's just something I can converse about. That's a good way to put it. Of course it would be this one.
Spirit of the trees, you taught us both what it is to be a tree and how to sing the tree's own song.
I like to be a tree. Oh, come on. This was not going anywhere. Oh, the mercenary can die? I literally never noticed. There you go.
I am obliged to you.
But I mean, like, in basically all these tellings, Ifrei is always this nature god, you know? It's always this being that gives themselves to become nature. That's kind of a common thing. And then the Elnothe then end up becoming, like, the mortal races. Different. But I don't know. I'd like to talk about it with someone, to be honest. Because I'm not really sure about this topic. But I remember last year I did a deconstruction on one thing that I am pretty sure of. Given that this is not really a take that is like countered in other cultures. So in like most cultures, you have Ifrei who sacrifices themselves to become nature, right? So I mean that's pretty much a general understanding in most cultures, if not all. Even Argonian culture seems to discuss Ifrei, and at least one tale does. Not by that name, though. And so, if you compare that to the story of Magnus and the Magna G or G, whatever you want to say, they are literally polar opposites. And I didn't realize that until I was doing some G plot last year, and I was drawing a diagram, and I was like, they're actually opposites. If you, of course, believe this legend to be true. Which I find fascinating. I probably did it right. No, it's not done yet. And so it's to better explain myself, because I didn't explain myself very well there. Is that basically the average story as told in I can't think of another culture that says this doesn't happen. I think Altmore culture puts it in a prettier light, but it's still pretty much the same thing. You know, so Nirn's being created, right? All the creations becoming a thing, and Magnus is the architect. Magnus is like this god that has all the plans. He's a big part of this whole thing, and he eventually realizes that it's kind of a lost cause, right? Like, Nirn isn't really seeming to work out, and they're losing their divine energies. They're sacrificing themselves to create this world, and I guess being the architect, someone that knows the ins and outs, he probably discovers this, you know, maybe even before anyone. Then again, before is kind of odd to say because there is no linear time, but he would understand that this is a lost cause, and he's about to basically die to make this other world. So what does he do? He leaves. He leaves. He just kind of walks out the door, and other gods see him do that, and they think, let's leave too. You know, because it's kind of like they follow. They don't want part of this. So they leave, right? And as I've told this story 1,000 billion times, but it's always fun. So they all leave, but when they leave, pretty much they all just kind of go outwards, you know, and they kind of immediately just go back to Aetherius as fast as they can, essentially just puncturing a hole, thousands of holes in reality as they evacuate back home, and those holes are the stars that we see. That's why magic comes from the stars, is because they literally punched a hole right through to get to their magical home, and so the magical home is pouring into here. Magnus made the biggest hole, being the sun, obviously. And that's where a lot of Magicka comes from. That's why you'll hear Magnus associated with Magicka, is because, I mean, his name even, you know, sounds like magic, right? Because, you know, all this Magicka comes from him and his followers' holes that they made in the fabric of everything. So that means that if we have a story about people running away, right, what's the opposite of that? The opposite of that is a story of gods deciding not to, right? So Y'ffre decides not to. Y'ffre decides, instead of running away, I'm going to literally become the fabric of everything. So they go and do that. And then Y'ffre has followers that also follow and help out and do the same thing. It's literally the exact opposite of Magnus, who leaves and has followers leave. Y'ffre joins and has followers join. Magnus was a big dude who didn't want mortal world business, so he Kool-Aid manned the sky. Yes, he Kool-Aid man. He didn't want mortal world business, so he Kool-Aid manned the sky. This is something that was a big deal for me, but I don't really think it's a big deal for a lot of other people. Though it was, they do say it during the Blackwood, the Gates of Oblivion story, right? So that would be Blackwood, that would be Deadlands. They say this actually like at the very end of Deadlands, the second to last quest. So I guess it's a spoiler if you really care about like somewhat potentially deep lore, I guess. This is something that I was waiting for all year, and they waited until like almost the very end to say something. But so essentially, like the villain, Sister Seldina, she was a priestess of Magnus, right? Magnus is a god that is still revered in Breton communities, you know, in Elven communities, So she was a priestess of Magnus, and so she was part of this whole chapel, this church, and this her story goes that this church was attacked and people were kidnapped and killed and terrible, horrible things, and she suffered a lot of it, but she survived, right? She turned her back on Magnus and joined Dagon because Magnus. She wanted to see the world destroyed and rebuilt, right? So she joined Dagon for that, which in my opinion is like one of the coolest Dagon associated villains that we've ever gotten. We don't have that many, but I mean, like, she's up there. She might even be my favorite because I really like that idea. So here's where Magnus comes in terms of the super deep lore, is that it's been said that Magnus and the Magna Gi, I hate saying that, I want to say G so bad, ended up creating Dagon. Right, the ancient scripts say, the Mysterium Xarxes say that Dagon was created by Magnus and the Magna G, but we didn't really know why. Like, it's just, these texts are just so hard to translate and understand. We don't really fully get the full picture. But Sister Seldina claims in ESO, in the Deadlands DLC, she claims that she had a tome that, it was an ancient tome that she translated or read and was told, I think, never to look at it again, or something I forget. She said it was super secret. I remember that. The story, it said that the story told of Magnus creating Dagon as a sort of complete Nirn reset button, or complete, like, erasure. So, in other words, Dagon was meant to be, like, the big eraser tool, right? Just like, if Nirn really didn't work out, which Magnus, I'm sure he always had his doubts, because again, he just gave up eventually. So it doesn't surprise me that he eventually had a, let's just erase and start over button. So that's what he made Dagon for. Dagon was made to be a destroy everything and reconfigure at a later date, I guess, kind of a thing. But Dagon was not to be controlled. Dagon went out of control. So it was kind of like making Frankenstein's monster. Actually, no, Frankenstein's monster was nice. But it was, they created him and things didn't go so well. As for all the details for that, you know, we don't really have all these details about, like, what's really true and what's not. And again, this entire story might be just legend because nothing just straight up says that it's true. But it lines up with a lot of stuff. And, I mean, honestly, maybe I could even find the book because, you know, I did on this character. Is this it? Okay. For a time I was happy there. The acolytes of the Priory taught me of Magnus's grand design for the Mundus, and his disappointment at the flaws introduced into his creation. One old monk even showed me forbidden texts that revealed a darker design. Some of the Magna Gi once sought a tool to unmake what had been made wrong, in order that it could be remade in accordance with the architect's plan. So, I mean, maybe it says they are saying sought a tool, so it might have been like they actually just found him in a way. I don't know how much of a part they had in making him, but yeah, then terrible things happened to her, and she ended up joining this tool, right? And so I worship our Lord and Master and work diligently every day to see his will done. So she actually still follows Magnus. She just sees Magnus in a different light. No pun intended. So it seems like she still does follow Magnus. She just sees Magnus as, like, wanting to destroy everything. Which I find a zillion times cooler than abandoning Magnus. You know? So she follows Magnus as, like, this dark lord in a way. And so she looks for his tool, and she follows his tool and wants to destroy everything because of that. I don't know. I just find, I mean, I found the story pretty good. They didn't really do much with it. I found Sister Seldina to be kind of like, I was like, okay, well, here's just another bad guy. I was kind of bored. But then, like, near the end, I was like, God, I love this villain. But, like, you know, the story's kind of over at that point. Which is kind of sad, but whatever. It's better to have it than not have it, I guess. But it's such a cool idea. Anyway, so back to, like, Y'ffre and stuff. Y'ffre, essentially, I see Y'ffre as the opposite of Magnus, basically. as like I say Ifre as because the big thing about the Elder Scrolls is that it seems like you know, creation's a big deal in the Elder Scrolls. It's a very powerful concept. Creation is a sacrifice, you know, because making something, like actually making something the way that the Divines did, it costs them, right? Because like
We sing and spin tales
Jesus
here in
God.
Valenwood in honor of you.
I mean, if
Ifre,
you ever wonder
for the
why you
lessons
don't
have taught
necessarily,
us.
why don't you see Mara walking around like, you know, or you can't converse with Mara like you can converse with Mephala, right? You can't see Akatosh, you can't talk with them, you know. Well, what's the big deal? Why are they different from the Daedra? In fact, they seem weaker than the Daedra, right? Because they don't really... The Daedra are down here doing all this shit, and what are the Divines doing? The Divines are being... The Divines put themselves into their work, literally. Like, they are their work. The Daedra are the ones that don't want to do that. The Daedra are the ones that are like, you know... Creation is a silly idea because you give yourself to it. You have to, if you're going to make something, it comes at too high of a price. So what do the Daedra do? They decide to get as close as they can without actually making something, right? I mean, they really want what the Divines made, right? But they can't do that without dying like the Divines have. So they try to mess with mortals, right? It's like, well, we mess with mortals, we're going to take Nirn and combine it with our realms, we're going to do all this stuff, but they can't actually have it, you know, because it comes at a price. And they never want to do that. And so that's why Ifre, you know, it's such an important tale, because Ifre literally gave themselves to become, you know, the laws of nature. It's a sacrifice. You don't just talk to Ifre like you talk to Clavicus Vile, because again, it's a sacrifice. And it all comes down to, what are you willing to give to make something beautiful? And I think that's why a lot of people see beauty in the Divines. I mean, what we're seeing right here with the whole plane meld, right? This is Molag Bal attempting to, he's attempting to take Nirn and combine it with his realm, because again, he can't make it, so he's got to take it. That's what the plane meld is for. It's melding planes. Now, a big question is like, well, what's Oblivion if they can't make something, right? What is the nature of Oblivion if it's not creation? Oblivion is not as pure as creation. Oblivion and Daedra are often extensions of their principles. I don't know if everyone of Oblivion has a Daedra it's associated with, but there's a very fascinating book that was released with the Deadlands chapter. It's something to do with Lucence, but it talks about the manner of creation of Oblivion. I found it interesting because it doesn't really just straight up tell you anything, you know, because that would be a fact. It's only theories, but I find them kind of cool. I'll get it for you in a second, but I've never forgotten it ever since I've read it. Let me see if I can grab it. Can you talk to me this time? No, dude, I can't hear you. Yeah, this book. It's the only book about that says Lucens. Lessons on Lucens. This one talks about, like, the matter of oblivion, chaotic creation. I think it mentions chaotic creation. It makes sense. I guess maybe it doesn't. Let's see. Magic comes from Magnus. She presents out oblivion magic as residue of the Atada's act of creation. The most persuasive argument I've heard refers to something called the manifest dynamism of oblivion, sort of an omnipresent force that gives oblivion its shape and basic laws. We don't know where it comes from, or its true nature, or even how to quantify it, but as I said before, our focus is utility. We know that it works. So yeah, but I do like the idea of dedicating yourself to study to try to figure out the stuff of Oblivion. But realms, like Oblivion realms, are often seen as extensions of their princes. You know, like the Deadlands, for example, is all destruction and volcanoes and thunderstorms, and Apocrypha is all knowledge and whatnot. So. It's like if their prince was a person, essentially. It's their best home. It's as if Ty Pennington went to their house and was like, "We're going to make you a house that is so absolutely perfect for you. That is more fitting for you than anything has ever been. It's as if you were a room." That is pretty much what it is. Oh my god, I'm still missing one Daedra. Oh my god. What? You know what? Gilvardell's down here. Let's go down to the Gilvardell. Let's go down here. Gilvardell's gotta have a Daedra. There's gotta be... I mean, like... I'll eat my hat if there isn't a Daedra here. You know the one. Actually, there's worm cultists. Oh my god, are they all worm cultists? They're probably all worm cultists. Well, I'm glad no one watches this stream. I ain't eating my hat. It's all worm cultists. Where's the Daedra that y'all love so much? Skeletons, skeletons, wait for it. Can I go inside? Where's the inside? Here we are. Well, there's a dolmen, but it's not an actual dolmen, unfortunately. Ah! Done! No hat eating today. This is a fitting place. Ow, stop it, please. Gilvardell's actually been destroyed for a long time. This is not a new thing. I don't think he was ever rebuilt after what happened. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just always been destroyed. Sorry, not always, but it's been destroyed for about 580 years, right? Over that. I'm pretty sure at this point. Unless they rebuilt it, but I don't think they did. So essentially the story of Gilvardell is a pretty important one. So this is gonna sound weird, but this is what's recorded, alright? So, you guys know Senchal? The city in, Southern Elsewhere? So, Senchal had a king. A very mad king. He's not very stable, and apparently he's quick to anger. So, there was this, Bosmer bard from Gilvardell who was performing for this king of Senchal, and this bard played a sad song that made the king feel sad, and he was put in a bad mood, and he thought, you know what, this sucks. I'm going to punish the entire city that this Bosmer was from. So what does he do? He summons Molag Bal, of course. And he gets Molag Bal to destroy the Bosmer's entire city. Gilvardell reduced to what we see I guess, of it now, because it's probably been like this for a long time. And so this was pretty much like this was a big deal, right? This wasn't just like something that had just happened and had no other consequences other than dead Bosmer. This was something that caused Sothosil to decide we need to do something about mortals being able to just straight up bring these Daedra to Nirn to just do stuff. And so that's when Sothosil ends up bringing a bunch of Daedra together, not all of them, but a lot of them, and brings them into the Coldharbour Compact, which was a deal that he made with the Daedra. He just said, like, hey, you guys can't show up here on Nirn anymore. You just can't do that. That would be breaking the rules. And so they're like, well, why should we do what you say? You are just a silly clockwork god. And we don't know what Sothosil said in return. We just know that the Daedra agreed to it. The Daedra are like, okay, we don't know if it was a threat or if it was something that they get in return or what. I'm thinking, I always thought that the Coldharbour Compact might be something that they get in return and not a threat. Because of two things. One thing is that we've had Daedra just straight up ignore the Coldharbour Compact, right? Like, they have. And I think they do that if they really want something bad enough, that it outweighs the desire for whatever Sothosil probably promised them. Because we have had them break the rules. Second of all, is that in the Somerset main quest, Mephala literally starts a conversation with Sothosil that you never see. And then next time you see Sothosil, he says, Mephala and Clavicus Vile have now joined into a compact, right? We don't know if it's the compact, but it probably is, knowing that she's talking to Sothosil and she's a Daedric prince. But if that is the Coldharbour Compact, then she specifically wanted to join that. She literally brought it up. She's like, I'm going to talk with them. And if it was a threat, I don't think it was like, hey, I want to talk with Sothosil so like he can threaten me. I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure you guys have all heard the song about the Coldharbour Compact, right? I'm sure you've heard, like, and what he said, no mortal can know. I literally just, for some reason, don't actually remember the name of the song. Let's see if I can, like, do I have it anywhere here? No, I don't have the actual song. It's the Dread Daedra song. from Dread Daedra Save Us. That one. The bards are always singing it. I'm pretty sure it's the same song. I need to, like, memorize these. Still like that guild trader that had red diamonds stuck in her head, and she got it stuck in my head. Anyway, so this whole Coldharbour Compact thing happened, like, at the very, very end of the First Era. If you read the 2920 series, it's called 2920, the last year of the First Era. It's a really good book. It's pretty long, so, like, I mean, I don't really know how long, like, you guys could read, like, whole novels in a day, maybe, I don't know, but it's long for an Elder Scrolls book, right? I think all pieces are in ESO, but it's a bunch of different fragments. So, I mean, like, feel free to, like, just break it into tiny bits if you wanna read it, but it's a pretty good book. It's a historical fiction, so don't take the quotes and stuff as, like, historical fact. Even a couple of the little details might not be historical fact, but for the most part, like, things like Coldharbour Compact or whatnot, Sothosil being part of this Unhonorable Psijic or whatnot, that's all stuff that actually is a real thing. It tells of the attack on Mournhold too, if you guys want to know about that. The attack on Mournhold by Dagon, God, man, the end of the First Era sucked. Dude, it was not a good time. But the attack of Mournhold is referred to a lot in ESO. When they revealed, during the Deadlands DLC, they showed the Wretched Spire. They showed a clip of it, and they were like, They were like, here's some landscape that you can expect. And as soon as I saw the Wretched Spire, I was like, dude, I know what this is. You know, which was really exciting. They talk about it during the quest, you know, but so the Wretched Spire, which is what, here? Yeah. So it's essentially as soon as you see it, if you've been in Mournhold, you know that, like, you're like, okay, that's the Mournhold temple tower style. That can't be a coincidence. But yeah, they pretty much reveal that it's left over from Dagon's attack on Mournhold at the end of the first era, and so you can. It's interesting seeing that fragment of history. Like, he, like, just flung it into his own realm, which is interesting. By the way, goodness gracious, Ekaboost followed, and I don't think I got that. That was 24 hours ago. I don't think I got that. Did I get that? Maybe I did. I don't remember saying Ekaboost. Ekaboost. It was 24 hours ago, and I was live 24 hours ago, so... Hi, Shrodak. I am indeed handsome, yes. I am most definitely not the stereotypical dork character with a thin frame and glasses. I am handsome. Oh, 5 runestones. Oh, that's easy. It's not like the 8 or whatever. I'm gonna go to Stormhaven. I always seem to find them in Stormhaven. I should probably bring Ember with me as well. How's my ESO life? It's good. It's good. It actually just got better. Funny you should ask. I'm doing more quests now because usually I do quests with my parents, but now that I'm so busy, we play on the weekends, right? So we do quests on the weekends, but like if we only did quests on the weekends, then I'm never gonna get anything in this game done. So our new agreement is that, like, base game quests will be done. Like, we can do base game quests anytime we want, right? There's like a zillion of them. So I'm gonna go through and do a lot of base game quests that I haven't done, and then DLC quests, High Isle, Southern Elsewhere, Raymore, Necrom coming up. It's all gonna be as a family. But like the good chunk of the game, the base game stuff, I get to do by myself now. That's our new agreement. So I'm getting to do a lot of quests that I haven't actually done before, even though, you know, it's some of them I have done on other characters, I think. I'm not sure. I love how the Assassin Beetle just teleports behind you like nothing personal, kid. But this is my main, so if I haven't done a quest on my main, I probably haven't done it on any other character. So many quests. Yeah, there's so many quests.
What are we getting into?
You think that I would have done like all the quests, right? Being the lore guy I am, but I actually haven't. I mean, I spend my time with my nose in books pretty much, not necessarily doing quests. But hey, let me tell you, like, it's, in my opinion, it's better to read the books first and then do the quest second, because you enjoy the quests a lot more because you understand them 1,000% more, right? Like, I redid a quest that I did ages ago, and it was just way better because I just had a better feel of the lore of the world that I was in, and I was like, I just see this totally differently than I did when I did it before. Oh, you just been doing the main quest? Sweet. Just passing by to wish you a good night and wish you luck in Cyrodiil. Game starts in 8 hours? Oh, okay. I wish you luck. How many times have you been Emperor? You said 15 times. I literally totally forgot about the lore that they said technically you're counted as an Emperor if you become Emperor in Cyrodiil. You're just forgotten. I literally forgot about that entirely. I do remember, obviously, the lore about Forgotten Kings and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's lore. But I forgot that they let the players be those Forgotten Emperors, which is kind of fun. That's a fun idea. I'll never get to do it. but it's a fun idea. 25 times? 25 times. Hey, just wait. I'm gonna be if they pick me for the Lore Masters Archive whenever that comes out, I'll be canon too. Just you wait. Just you wait. Because the Lore Masters Archives are canon and we put them on the UESP, and if they choose my question, my name will be on the UESP. In character, in lore. I will be canonized. And hey, if not this time, maybe next time. You wish the duck gods would bless you, will bless you with their duck blessing in Cyrodiil. Shroduck, have you been by here before? Or are you new? You've been doing the same with the Lore Masters Archives. You'll be double canon. I'm double canon. Open my mails. I've only got 5, dude. It's just my provisioning and whatnot. Now clear my mails. That's something that I should do. Oh, by the way, Riemann, before you leave, I'm sure you might actually already know this, but I don't know. The House Mornard style just dropped. You can get it for doing Galen, Delve, and World Bosses. Now, I thought I was talking about this the other day. It might have even been yesterday. I don't remember, or the day before. I thought they were going to do it later this month, but they're doing it now. I guess at the same time as Mayhem for some reason. Mayhem comes first because this is not going to change, right? You can take your time, but I'm just saying, Mornard drops now from Galen stuff. Feel free to do Galen dailies to get those pieces. Always check your mail, even if it's just one. You think it's the anxiety if it's a sold item in a trader. I don't do that, so I just know it's my hirelings. You think you're new? You might have been here before. Your face looks familiar. Well, there's a lot of handsome people out there, so. You also might have watched the UESP stream. I don't know if you've watched the Unofficial Elder Scrolls pages Twitch, because I'm also the Twitch streamer for them. You did a few days today. You got the helmet. You're gonna hold it. If it's really expensive, you really want to know the style. If you're gonna sell it, you best sell it like ASAP, because it's just gonna drop in value. You know, like when Night Hollow started being a thing. Remember how expensive that was? But obviously, it's like not really that big of a deal anymore because it's been so long. There are some more Kingdom packs coming. You're going to have to prioritize those for PvE. You have to split your time between Mayhem and those dungeons and real life work. Goodness. I'm gonna, man, as soon as I decided to start doing quests, PvP starts up. God, we're probably gonna do that this weekend. We'll do it fast. Oh, hey, did he just ruin my picture? Dang it. Trying to get a good picture. Honestly, hey PvP, you're there for the peace and for the Empire. For the Empire. I find Cyrodiil fun, like, you know, I'm one of those guys that wants a PvE Cyrodiil after, you know, everyone complaining about it. It's the most vanilla, generic thing to say, but I would love a PvE Cyrodiil because there's just so much fun stuff to do there, and I'm worried about getting killed. Can someone play with Cool Title so you can have sweet dreams? Give me a second. Let me activate. That's right. I gotta get into the stream. Find it. And there we go. be really peaceful if you're not fighting, strolling around, trying to do something like beautiful. I remember back in the day, like in my earlier streaming days, I want to say probably January 2020. I didn't really care that much about copyright strikes, I guess. I would just play John Denver music during the Mid-Year Mayhem and just stroll across Cyrodiil doing the stabbing missions. Like it's a road trip, just all the John Denver music. I say mid-year because that was before the strike strike. But
You think this is over, wretch?
tell yourself another lie. This guy sucks. He thinks he's all snarky and witty, but he just sucks. He's not even clever. I'm gonna defeat the Sylmetronaut with the storm. Night, Reedman. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck in Cyrodiil. And wish me luck too, because I'm gonna have to bring my family into it on the weekends.
Nothing you can do will end this.
That's gonna be fun. I need to be ready to kill for my family. I did it last year. I remember once. Okay, so I'm talking like
Magister
this was a
Ely never
group
let me
of
watch
like
him do this. It's so
me,
interesting.
Mom, Dad, and my brother Jared. We were going through the sewers, and we were literally almost to the base. We were like right there, and the guy obviously waiting outside of spawn. Right, he's waiting outside of the door because they always just wait to like stab whoever is about to walk back into spawn. He got Mom like last second, right, and we were just like so annoyed that we all turned on him, and he thought that he could fight us all off, so he faces all three of us, you know, me, Dad, and Jared, all at the same time, and he just, like, I mean, he was kind of brave for a bit. I think he tried to run at the end, but he just got stomped on. Like, we're not even PvP characters, you know, but he just got stomped on. He was like, wait a minute, there's more of them. Tell yourself another lie. Vestige happens. Make Evelyn do a DC character and join you in Cyrodiil. We're all EP, sorry. Because Jared's Dunmer, Dad has a Nord. I'm Argonian, and Mom made an Argonian a while ago. You're level 31? Sweet. Is that your first character? Or are you just level 31 on, like, another character? You hate those Nightblade Gangers? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Oh, I need to get more of these. Tell yourself another lie. They did a meet the character for Sharp as Knight, guys. See you, Riemann. So they released a meet the character for Sharp as Knight, the new Argonian companion. I'm not gonna read through it tonight. I already read it at work. I might go back and reread it for you guys, but it's pretty much saying that. It's like, oh, why are there so many people here? What the heck? So many people here. It's pretty much saying someone's looking for Sharp as Knight, right? Sharp as Knight is like missing, and they're trying to find Sharp. And so, one thing that I noticed that they said about Sharp in the Meet the Character is that they claim I don't think they ever say who's sending the message, but they seem to imply that. They seem to imply that they're assassins, so I'm going to assume that it's from the Dark Brotherhood. They're like talking to each other, and it would make sense if Sharp was like a Shadow Scale. I don't know if that's true or not, but he sounds like he might be a Shadow Scale, or at least he was. It's always cool to get more Shadow Scale talk. Yes, it was first on. Yeah, it's your first on PC. Actually, what you're doing now, so you're playing it. Sweet. Cyrodiil playing as a Templar on a keep. You saw Ginker up the keep wall, laughed in Adric's spear. Well, you would have if he hadn't just jumped out before you got there. It's always fun to push people with the Adric spear. And your EP, nice. Yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd be an EP guy. One, they're red. Two, they get a dragon as their logo. And three, they have Argonians. And also they have really interesting lore. I'm not an EP lore hater. In fact, people who are curious about EP lore get to learn about Keshu, and that's a blessing. Larimar gems? That doesn't sound familiar to me. What's a Larimar gem? Oh, it's part of the Oaken Soul. Huh. Yeah, Aedric Spear is fun. I'm pretty sure my mom's Argonian is a Templar, I think. I don't know. She's gonna have to get back to playing as Argonian. I don't even know if she's CP. But she's cool though. I'm also gonna need to get my dad back on his Nord. He likes playing his Khajiit these days, but he's gonna have to play as his Nord. Panel dueling with Swiftwood definitely did work in Rocket Club off the bridge. There is a clip I've got of me being, I think I was Aedric Spear, but maybe I'm wrong. I was knocked right off of a huge, like, ancient Nedic bridge. And
Bet they weren't expecting that.
that was a very confusing and traumatic death for me. I got really sidetracked there. A lot of times during White Strike's Mayhem, I tend to trust people too easily. You know, it's like, oh, hey, there's a DC person, but they're not going to kill us, you know. I used to be really naive. Nowadays, this is kind of like, I ain't trusting you. Probably. I was always very naive. At least that's what someone told me. No, I'm looking for rune stones. I'm at 2 out of 5. I only need 3 more. Come on. I like to do them here because I'm hoping I get a lead for the Tower Zero beacon. But it's pretty rare. So, in Argonians, you have to be EP. Argonians rule. Oh, a drink. Not something that you should drink, though. Something, I mean, like, a thing that a lot of people might hear about for the Ebonheart Pact, but they don't really know the specifics, is that, who goes through here and kills cows? What do the cows do to you? So, a lot of people know the Ebonheart Pact kind of came together as a fighting force because they had to, right? Like, they had to because they were being invaded by, what the game often just calls the Akaviri, which is true. You know, it was an Akaviri invasion. It was the second Akaviri invasion. But when people hear Akaviri, their first thought is the Seishi, right? You got the people who are described as being snake-like. We don't really know if they were or whatnot, but Akavir has a lot of different races, right? So it's not exclusively the Seishi. There are many other races. This race that invaded during the second invasion was not the Seishi, unlike the first time. It was the Kamal, or otherwise known as the Snow Demons, a different race that I think would be a lot more prepared to deal with the cold of like Skyrim and stuff. They did really well in Skyrim. But they couldn't fight everyone off. They eventually were pushed back to, I believe, the Vex Antlers, where they died off. Finding a lot of non-rune stones here. Rune stones, please. No, I'm looking. They're always like. I'm just gonna. I'm not even going after the chest. I'm gonna avoid that. If I had an enchanting survey, I'd be able to do this. I don't think I do though. I only need 2 more. Like, how hard can it be? 3 hours later. Ah, here's one.
Good eye. I didn't even see that runestone at first.
Does she only say a line if she like reacts to it, I guess? I didn't notice. I have her along because she likes it when I get runestones. Nice. I also just like Ember. You know, she's my favorite companion. I know it's kind of it's a generic take, but she's just my favorite. I'm like, I've spent more time with her. Like, man, I don't really think I've spent anywhere near this amount of time with any other companion. I am interested in Sharp though. Sharp is interesting. I already know some stuff about his quest thanks to Twitter, but I am just interested. I'm totally interested in the character, nonetheless. Crap. No. Goodness, I've only gotten 2 in my life. It's hard to believe. I've only gotten 2 of those things in my life. God.
No sudden moves.
The Mages Guild is just like a tent out here.
For those with an aptitude for magic, the Mages Guild provides endless opportunity.
I hate this nonsense between the Duke and those Red Guards. I need a book from my room, but Master Kermalin insists we have to stay out here. Neutrality be damned. You hadn't heard? I've been so long in this backwater that I forget travelers like you don't know all the local gossip. Started when that Red Guard army marched up to the walls and pitched camp. Those tents across the river, that's them. Maybe not an army, but that's what the Duke's men call it. They're all upset these Red Guards are here to somehow capture the castle or something. Personally, I don't get it. Red Guards, Bretons, even us orcs, we're all supposed to be allies. I'm with the Mages Guild. Pursuit of knowledge and standing ready against any Daedric threat. That's what we're about. So, Master Kermalon doesn't want us getting tangled up in local politics. Camping? Not ever. I'll leave the rugged stuff to the boys in the Fighters Guild. No, fortunately, the Bianena family is willing to put us up at their house. It's a little cramped, but it's better than sleeping out here with the mosquitoes.
The Bianena? Oh, is this their place? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that would be great. I'm not, I mean, but hey, I'm with the Mages Guild. I should be allowed inside.
I'm just going to ignore our farmyard neighbors at present and simply go on about guild business. The business of selling magical paraphernalia.
Yeah, I've got all the books here. Where's the closest way shrine? No, actually, no, that's not that important.
Well?
I've already gone pretty long. Those endeavors took longer than I intended, but... I'm gonna be flopping games. Just really quick, I wanna do some Overwatch before I'm done. So, thank you so much for watching the ESO portion of the stream. It's appreciated, and listening to me ramble about how much I don't understand the LNFA. Because everything's just so vague. I love my lights, guys. My brother gave them to me for my birthday last year, and I never put them up because I didn't really, I mean, like, I already had lights. I didn't really know how to work them, but when I eventually did have to take down the lights I had to put on our Christmas tree, I put these up. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll test them out. So I tried to get the, you know, I got the app and all that, and this is just insane. These lights are so good. So, I bet you're thinking, oh, they're just red lights. You know, I mean, they are, but they're also, you know, purple lights. And they're green lights. They're white lights. They're blue lights. They could be no lights. They could be on lights. They could be, I have a zillion different choices to choose from. Well, I have 120. But still. But yeah, I love these things. I might get more of them.
Trade with caution.
Because if I get more, I can like maybe set them up more uniformly in other places. Have them connect to each other, because you can do that, I think. And then maybe put it like all across the top of my room. Yeah, I will be back. Give me some time. I'll be back with some Overwatch. Thanks for watching this portion of the stream. I'm gonna see if I can actually have any success with the new Star Watch event. I'm back. And look, I went with blue, even though everything's gonna be like reddish anyway, because you know the Empire. It was weird. I should have done the inverse. I should have had a green for the green, and I should have done red here. I don't really give it that much thought. I don't think a lot. Alright, here goes. God. It's shooter time. It's shooter time. Yeah, the show after the show, as I like to call it. But yeah, so basically, I've been trying to win the Empire portion of this. You know? They don't even bother calling it anything. I mean, they call it the Infinite Empire, not the Galactic Empire, but like, you think you could call it something different. I think they could call it, I don't know, the Dominion, I guess, is at least not Star Wars, but...
Welcome to the Infinite Galactrius.
Okay, so I'm forced to play DPS here. Great! Well, Platonic Dog says, good luck, have fun.
The Infinite Empire is holding me aboard the Galactrius. I cannot keep my information on the Watch Rebellion safe much longer. Dawnbreaker, this is Alpha 3CHO. The Infinite Empire is holding me aboard the
Message received, 3CHO. We are on our way. The Watchers have docked their ship. Keep them from the droid at any cost.
Your Eminence, the rebels are gaining ground.
Then steal it from beneath them.
Then steal it back.
Speak to me, Seer. What is the fate of the Nebula?
It is infinite, Your Excellency.
What does that mean? All the Overwatch characters are just playing completely different characters for like these wild scenarios. One moment they're Greek gods, the next they're doing Star Wars. Like you got your Backyardigans and my Overwatch. Nice! I was going really aiming for that. Okay, hold on. No, actually, I don't have my field. Sweet. Nice. Okay, well, we're doing better than the last time I was doing this, I think. My brain keeps instantly going, I gotta shoot the shield because I'm thinking of Sojourn. You know, because I was playing Sojourn like so much last time. I guess I was playing DPS last time. Maybe I can do this. Oh god! Oh, I got too confident. believe in myself a little bit too much there.
Ready for you.
Heroes never die.
Barrier cannot withstand much more.
Good God. Ah shit, 2 down.
Keep it together.
Wait, I have to wait until I can't do anything until he's
Double kill.
I saved him right as I was taking down myself. Dude. And I was doing that middle too, but hey, listen. We're making pretty good time here. I don't think they have the firepower.
It's go time. Keep it together.
Our teammate is down. I need to be revived. Minutes remain.
You know, Sigma's been
Our teammate's down. Hold steady.
Sigma's been taken out of shit.
They'll regret
He's been taken out of competitive play because there's a glitch where you can infinitely fly with him. People say it's not that great. Because it's like it doesn't really
Tango in sight.
it makes him just a big target basically. You know, he's just constantly flying around. And you're not really helping your team much, but still.
Who needs healing? Our teammate's down.
Okay, yeah, we lost A here, but hey, we had like 10 seconds left. In fact, we might even get an OT.
10 seconds. Hold strong.
Just as predicted. Keep them off a little
I'm not
longer.
feeling so good.
Our teammate needs help getting up.
And
Overtime.
yeah, we did it. We got an OT. Let's go. I should have respawned a long time ago. I'm sorry.
I do not tolerate failure. Show them the might of my empire. As you command, Your Infinite Grace.
Ah! Crap. Man, I dropped it and then I retreated.
Enemy down.
Okay, see, now they're in OT again, so we just need to win a good fight. No! Ah, shit. No way. They had Bob, they had Rampage. Primal Rage, rather, sorry.
I need to be revived.
Someone get them back on their feet.
I'm not done
I
serving.
mean, like, I probably should have waited, but... Okay, this is... still not in our favor. Actually, no, it's kind of in our favor.
The rebels lack discipline. They will.
You make it too easy.
Yeah, it's in our favor. I'm so close to ult. I just need to find a good vantage point. Turret's down. Wait, are there any... Oh. Oh, that was the counterpoint lockdown. Oh, man, never mind. We're in a bad spot. I was hoping they would do better than that. I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was already unlocked. Whatever, we can do this. Okay, I got a little bit. I'm sorry. Thank you. Did she actually use revive? Like a different revive than the normal revive, or what? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna wait to see how much value we can get out of that ultimate before I commit mine.
Good choice.
It's good to see Lunar Colony used for something, you know? Like, I kind of miss this map. I mean, it's a little bit altered, obviously, but it's definitely, you can tell. It's a mere minute. There's no mere minute for Overwatch. Things can change real quick, bro. Alright, that's out. Okay, that's good. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Oh no, not okay, not okay, not okay, not okay. Dude, he's getting all over my face.
We're down one. Don't get sloppy.
Get me back into the fight.
Our teammate needs help getting up.
Someone revive me.
We need to revive them.
Reach inward and prevail.
Alright.
Hold the line. They don't stand a chance.
Distasteful.
Okay, they have immortality field is out. Wait, I'm sorry, is that what Sigma... Is that Sigma that does that? Because, how does this happen? I don't understand how the gravity thing happens. Nice! Okay, I'm saving ult for, like, what I hope might be the final fight. Crap. Guard is back. I wonder what these things are. These things are black holes in a jar. You can hit them to create a grab, which is pretty insane. Okay, shields out, immortality field's out. Let's see if I can get some of this down before it comes back. I like to think I did something.
10 seconds. Hold strong.
What are we holding on to? Boom!
Witness the crumbling.
Why glitch? It's a game mode. Oh, okay, so was he actually using the Sigma glitch? Well, it took like what? A bit?
Don't worry, we won't be here for long.
Yeah, they use the same cutscenes for all teams.
Play of the game.
Our Sig was glitching. Wait, how didn't I get play? How didn't I get play? How is this play? I guess they did more damage. Man, I totally thought I was gonna get play. What's up? Look at that. Goodness gracious. Okay, so what are the associated rewards? Oh wait, no, I'm in the wrong place. Okay, so I got the Infinite Empire logo. No, I'm looking for... Oh, challenges, maybe. Okay, complete 12 games, wins grant double progress, and you get the voice line. It's the only thing I'm missing. I mean, it goes until... This goes until, like, when? Like, it's a really long time. I'm sure I'll get to it eventually. I did get the skin, though, which I really love. I miss Talantis already, guys. I don't think you can use it in an arcade mode, but maybe? Sorry, a custom game? I don't know.
Now arriving at the Shanghai Ministry.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
the home of the Iris. So inspiring to be in the presence of a force that defines the limits of our understanding.
Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Actuating the barrier. I am restored. The fight is imminent. The barrier is weakened. The barrier has been overwhelmed.
Is Sigma gonna try to glitch? You better not. I don't want any of that. I don't want anyone complaining about that. I can't really think of an advantage. I guess it would be hard to reach. Hi, thank you, I guess. Let's see how that goes. Kind of been down here. Sigma, sorry, Zenyatta is pissed, bro. Don't you do it, my dude. I know you're thinking about it. Oh! God, actually that was close.
You have my thanks.
Je suis fait pour ça.
The tree is falling. Take care.
They're coming in through here. This would be a good time for a flex, though. No? Actually, no. Oof. Are they well prepared for Sigma flying around? I mean, they've got 2 hit scans here. You know?
What joy to share the path with another.
Engage this enemy.
Engage the enemy. See the shadow of the flower. Yeah, they're not really getting heals.
The barrier is weakened. My barrier is gone. Barrier is splintering. Barrier initialized.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Oh my god, what is happening? We were just stopping them. Yeah, you were, but you guys were ignored. Support and now the support has to try to do it. Rose Quartz left the game. Rose Quartz left the game. Ah, shit. Okay.
Be soon. I greet you.
Life protects life.
Oh god. No! No, I pressed Q. Damn it. I pressed Q, man. Ugh.
Defeat cannot break one who perseveres.
The enemy outnumbers us.
I've got you in my sights.
No! Oh man. That was a dead fight, as it were.
Seconds remaining.
No snowflake ever falls in the wrong place.
Ah. I'm gonna. Oh my god. I shouldn't have been where I was.
seconds remaining.
Come down. Come down. Okay, he's not glitching then. I just scored him. Focus, focus, focus. No way, they pulled him away. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Shit, a lot of healing out.
The payload
No. Behind you.
Unerring precision. Barrier initialized.
I didn't miss. If I didn't miss so often, I'd be good at this game.
Pitiful.
The barrier is weakened. The barrier has been overwhelmed.
Wow. I bet she regrets that.
No one can hide from my sight.
God, no. Nice, cool, flower. Can I have it?
Better up high, isn't it?
Hey.
Accept the pain. An enemy here. What
That was more like a punch than it was me actually shooting him.
Barrier unsuccessful.
They're fighting each other, it's the only way we can win. Okay. We're gonna win anyway.
The barrier appears.
Okay, they've got a May now. Oh good, because I don't have my own. No, I gotta use it. I thought I did, but I didn't. I literally thought I did, but I guess I didn't make it.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Find solace. Assistance would be appreciated.
Let the dragon consume you.
Defeat cannot break one who perseveres.
Kill the Mahal.
It's okay. It's not too much. That might be. Oof, got him. I had to do it. I might need to swap supports, I don't know. Fun. I should have stayed up there, I think. Ah, no, that sound though. I gave him a north for what good it's worth. He's fine, he made it out.
You have my thanks.
What should if Ash got a buff if like Bob made it out alive? They've got a cast now.
Life protects life.
Okay, Annihilation's down. No!
30 seconds remaining.
A temporary setback.
We have Flex, and there it is. No, no, touch! Touch! Touch!
Play of the game.
That was our fight to lose. We had Flux active. I think it was because we had Flux active, he left point. You know, he went up, and everyone thought, oh, Tank's on point, and then... So no one else touched because they thought Sigma was there, but Sigma left using Flux. If I just get one more done. Ah, shit. This Minty shows up. We'll see, maybe more than that.
Now traveling to Paris. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Hey, I'm with Gabby again.
Here to be heard. Mercy, are you ready to dance and groove?
I never stop.
She never stops dancing and grooving. Look at her go! Look at her go! Look at her dancing groove!
Mental depth, not skill, is the sign of a mature warrior.
I'm in the groove.
Attack commence. Capture objective A.
Actually, we have a few people that we were just in a match with. There's the Ash is going bonkers. Okay, and I was being flanked as well.
Dynamite locked. Tough crowd on this hunk of rock.
Ah man, I got unique skin lines. Dude, that's also another thing you really didn't get that much with Overwatch 1. Like, you were lucky if your skin, as legendary as it was, had anything like special outside the way it looked. Maybe a special ult line, you know, but like outside of that. Shit man, that Ash is putting me away.
Crank up the game. Got us outnumbered.
This is way too much. I think we need like a dive. We need like a Winston or something. I mean, like we're essentially walking. It's essentially like running a Rhine into this, but without a shield. You know, nothing's protecting us against this firepower. Except maybe a sound barrier. Oh, nope, we just lost a bunch of people. Hey, would you look at that? Good.
Hello.
Still watching over you.
I don't know if Minty knows. Oh, okay, just making sure. I was like, are you? I was like, maybe he's not paying attention.
Ready to activate the sound barrier. Healing signal incoming. That's not right. Enemy contact. Come on. Let's do it faster. Oh, let's break it. Damn! Nearly immortality here.
Come on, take him out, take him out. We were just in a bad place
60
overall.
seconds remaining.
Let's take him to the hole. Maybe I'll try something different this time. Ooh, sorry.
This Ash is unstoppable, bro.
That's his healing way.
I should be an Ana, that's what I should be. Okay, I'm gonna be Ana, hold on. Let's go.
I will
Okay, well, we even gotta get the touch. Let's go! We got a touch! No, he should have swapped earlier. No way! Oh, come on, man. Gutting, and the matchmaking didn't even give us another DPS. That was such a good final fight. I should have made that swap earlier. That just shows how important that swap was. Ugh.
Play of the game.
Minty was sick for like such a short time and got played. Ooh. M1. What? M1. Oh yeah, we're not actually in a group. Silly me. Remember, I was worried that they took out my classic Storm. Okay, what happened there? I don't know.
Now arriving at Enos.
Olympus is where I say it is.
One more mission, huh? I'm in.
Hello. สวัสดี
Greetings. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Ready? I am.
I don't have a weapon charm on this? Okay.
Get those hostiles.
Ah, God. Just gotta keep myself sustained.
I wanted to stop. You got too close, didn't you?
This wasn't enough. I tried.
We will take everything from you.
That is it. An opera in space. I'd watch it.
Got him. Don't let him rest. Don't let him rest. Don't let him rest. Oh my God. Don't fucking rest. Grand. She's like, I'm just gonna run in this direction.
Securing the objective.
Good work, Moira. It was a good
Looks
attempt.
like
It's just as
somebody
she
wants the death
starts with
penalty.
us.
Team to me.
Zenyatta is here.
Time to go on a rampage.
Step right.
Nice.
Damn it.
Get over here.
Here's the tug.
Thanks.
Goodness.
Hey,
I'm ready to rampage.
Alright.
Time for the reckoning.
Using the counter.
Thanks.
Oof.
Incorrect. Over there. Over there. Over there.
We shouldn't. No. Stay over here. Let him come to us. No! Dude, he was so close to reaching me. Ah, man.
Finally, a decent scrap.
Frustrating.
My ultimate is ready. Apologies.
Probably have Annihilation again.
Shake the moss out of your loincloths and move.
Yeah,
Protects life.
Here.
it is.
Score 0-1.
Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
Don't fail me, or else.
I greet you. Greetings.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
I don't like losing. You won't like it either.
Alright, here we go. I can't aim. That doesn't help us much, does it? Nice shot, okay?
The objective is
I hit someone, I don't know who. That happened. I actually just said that happened, so that happened. Why did I do that? Okay, apparently they don't want to be here.
G'day!
Nice to hide. They're hungry for a fight. Let's give them one.
Yeah, they disabled Sigma in competitive mode, not things like this play arcade. I don't really think it's as big of a deal, and it's really not, but I don't know when they can fix it. I need to survive for 3 more seconds. No! I tried to use it right as he knocked me over, but I just couldn't in time.
There's one.
Lucky shot!
My turn. Here they come.
Time to go on a rampage! I'm ready to rampage!
Okay, rockets out. Here we go!
Time for the reckoning! Oh, your blood's all gone!
This really isn't ending up the way I wanted it to. Can't say I didn't try.
Cuberous, eh? Bold move, mortals.
That was nowhere near getting my target. I would really appreciate it if you keep attacking me. Thank you. I want to get around to that. Yeah, I don't really see us touching in 10 seconds.
That's it! Everyone's going to Tartarus! Stop working around!
Is Tartarus different from Hades? I feel like I worked really hard that match, but I don't know. Yeah, he took play like last second, I think. Yeah, I was in the front line, and no one could stop him. I don't think we had trance. Even if we did, it kind of came out of nowhere. Rebel of the Galaxy. Oh wait, you get that for anything? Oh, I thought it had to be the Empire versus Watchers. Okay. All right.
Traveling to Lorath. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Yeah. Defense. I don't know how to do the glitch, but I'm gonna scare people into thinking I do. Oh, hi, D-Bun. Sorry. These Junker Queen bumps are crazy, right? Ah, is that why I was doing so well, man? Happy feeling gone. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Sorry. I'm not used to looking at my chat during Overwatch. It's usually just kind of like me I mean, I might as well just like, a lot of times, I'm just like, I might as well just not stream and play off stream. Because most people follow me for the Elder Scrolls channel, so.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Your life steal went from 1.25 to 2.0? That is crazy.
Actuating the barrier.
I heard of some other things they did during this patch. Some other additions or options they gave to characters that I haven't really had time to look at.
The barrier is weakened. Evidence suggests the sniper barrier has fallen.
Oh man. Where? Oh, I can't get that. I could try. Did a decent amount of things in this patch, mostly good.
An experiment.
I think they added something to stop people from needing to reload again after healing or something with Kiriko. Oh shit, I was gonna destroy that.
It's fate, man.
Incoming?
Barrier initialized.
Dude, he did not last. Oh boy. Okay, so she's Suzu. Let's get the break. Nice. Break has managed to escape. Okay, she didn't, interestingly enough, she didn't EMP the blizzard, but I guess there weren't that many people in the blizzard, so.
Was there a miscalculation?
Are you okay, Snowball?
Why won't you ask if I'm okay? No! I stopped for a second and I cost us everything. I stopped for a second. I didn't know we were all there. No, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. God, now I gotta have like a whole fucking redemption arc. I'm so busy. Not everyone has time to have a redemption arc, you know?
No one can hide.
Wow, I totally missed that.
The barrier cannot withstand much more. I feel better.
Eyes on target.
Well, they're really taking
Actuating
their
the
time.
barrier.
I don't like this. This is oddly
Personne
quiet.
n'échappe à mon regard.
Hello.
This is weird. It's weird and bad. What is this, comp? What are they doing? Are they planning something? In quick play? In my quick play? They swapped a hog. They could easily hook me out of flux. I'm gonna wait for hook to be out before I use flux. Ow. That was a good idea, but hook is out. But honestly, there's not that many targets. Now let's go. Trance. Should have thought of trance. So that wasn't my redemption arc. Not yet.
Now, to begin again.
Experience tranquility.
I'm under attack.
Got him.
Lost to the cosmos.
Okay, that's less than 2 minutes. Because again, anything can happen in one. With 2 minutes, it's double the anything. Oh, I'm right between them. Lots of support. Back up, back up. What the heck? Did that go behind, flanking or something? Oh no, she's over there. Do we have Blizzard? Oh, we do have Blizzard. Oh my god, no! Nikki wanted to use Blizzard, but died too quickly, I think. I'm not getting enough support to use Flux. Ah! Okay, whatever. As long as I'm keeping them still. Okay, perfect. Here we go. This is what I was stalling for. Right in the face. There's another one? I guess Midgey thinks that they're going to come from here, but they don't come from here until they can't be, so... I guess this is Echo. But... we should hold on to Ari.
Why, thank you.
Perfect, does the support down? Where's the break? There she is. Oh man, that's gonna make things rough. That's really rough.
The barrier is here.
Got her! They probably have freaking Zen deck at this point, but they're not gonna touch. The wall was meant to cut them off, but we got it anyway. Oof. 10k damage. There's my redemption arc.
Play of the game.
10k damage and almost 9k mitigated damage.
Entering Midtown. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Unreal is a good name.
Yes.
Spend every moment growing into who you truly
They
are.
make killing too simple.
They make killing too simple. Oh, good.
The audacity.
I'm gonna love using this voice line.
Stay near, will you? I hate when people run off without me.
Hello.
The audacity.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Attack commencing.
Win.
Capture objective A.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Thank you so much. Something
I don't know why it wasn't built like this from the beginning. Still a little bit confused. Mostly confused about, like, how I should play him because my brain keeps. Oh my god, what the fuck? Holy shit.
Hope blossoms anew.
Hanzo killed everybody. Almost. No, he did. He
that
killed
was just a
everybody.
sound check.
What? In the world?
How's that?
Anyway, I've been confused because Lifeweaver used to have a different build, you know, he used to have a different structure of how to play him. Oh my god. And my brain keeps defaulting to it even though it's worse.
A touch of regrowth.
God. We need to dive him. I think we need to dive him. We need to, like, release him or something.
My ultimate is charging.
In my opinion, like, if I was really serious about this, I'd recommend a dive of some kind. Here's something I was thinking about, guys. How in the world are they gonna do this whole PvE story thing? We keep adding characters. I was wondering that earlier.
Stay here.
Like they're gonna keep adding characters. It's like, well, who's gonna be involved in the story? Or are there gonna be some characters that never get involved in the PvE story because, you know, they just keep adding them? Goodness.
Popcorn.
You know, you gotta, like, add lines and cinematics and sorry, cutscenes. Okay, you know, he's a good Hanzo, but, like, that was a really sloppy dragon. That's my nickname in college. Sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta charge it up.
Life protects life.
Alright, just to be sure. They're down to heal. We have a lot of heal. God damn it.
Take care.
Come on, this is our fight to lose.
Something to this. Thank you so much. You're better off taking it.
God, I love that ability. I never once thought the ability would be garbage. I never once thought it would be fun to use. My only complaint was that I thought it was going to be abused, and it's not. So, my only one gripe with it, which wasn't even based on the ability itself, was based on my fear of how it would be used. He is extinguished. Annihilation is in. This is one thing you don't want to pull. This is not usually because people need to be by it.
The warmth of firelight.
Look at this payload go! Styles approach.
Hello, hello.
Dream of paradise. I live in
Good to
hope.
see you.
You are safe with me.
Hello there.
Looking behind. Did they increase my healing output? I'm feeling a little bit stronger than usual. So Ash has that line now where she says, "Better get digging, Bob," and it makes me realize that she has most definitely had Bob like dig graves for dead bodies.
It's not embarrassing if you're shameless.
They're back.
Sorry, you were totally gonna die.
Windborn. My ultimate is ready.
You guys all set? I am. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to stand on it. You took it from me, but okay. I was gonna go up there so I could have a better vantage point. But they're just gonna hack my tree. I bet. Like they're just gonna EMP the tree.
Life protects life.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, can someone kill the monkey, please? Oh, okay. That's good.
Back again for another try. The audacity.
The short, versatile voice lines are the best.
Bounding forth. Feeling better.
The guy can send a healing thing their way even if they don't need it, just in case they might. No. I'm super vulnerable right now. I'm super vulnerable. No! God, they're everywhere. The Hanzo's on the high ground. No, it sucks, man. He's down now.
I walked into that one.
Understood.
Look at my needles are different colors depending on the skin. Good God.
I will give you shelter.
Let's group up.
Do Lifeweaver and Ramatra have a conversation?
No one
Yeah.
can hide from my sight.
60 seconds remaining.
I'm glad I can just hold this.
Windborn.
Take everything from them.
That should work. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. Nice. Support down. So vulnerable, man.
Enemy target located.
No. Yeah, we're not letting this Hanzo turn the thing around. Oh, shit. This is not looking good for us. But actually, no. Sorry, Mercy's down.
My ultimate is almost ready. Life protects life.
Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd my tree go? Did they use EMP? I didn't notice it? Where'd it go? It just like went away.
We're outnumbered.
What happened to it? I'm so confused.
Come here, will you?
There's Lonzo taking those flanking points. I have a huge hitbox, so he's definitely gonna hit me. It's a matter of time, really. There he goes. There he goes.
Found you. Ah, Niran. Really?
60 seconds remaining.
My flower petals are probably showing. Scandalous. Need to hit anything. We're just food for this Hanzo. We definitely got play, you know. It's like, it's not even a question. I almost had a treat. I need to learn to fucking keep my mouth shut. I can't hold off for that long.
The payload is under my protection.
Maybe they can. Ah. Okay, hold on. Just a little bit longer. I need to properly like put together when I should use this. If I use it too early, we could just lose the entire match, you know. I need to use it. But there's such huge sightlines. We come up with Hanzo. The sightlines are huge. Yeah.
Life protects life.
Just so that I can't say I never used it. But I mean, like, we need to kill that Hanzo, so wherever he is. I don't even see him, which freaks me out.
The tree is falling. Take care.
Yep, move me around, bro. You're moving me around.
No one can hide from my sight.
Clearing the area.
Nice. There's the Hanzo. He's gonna touch. Nice. Wait. Big. This is huge. This could be it. Nice. That's nuts. Here's the Hanzo complimenting the Widow. Nice. A good game with good sports. What is happening? Oh yeah, look at this. God, man. And he ended up getting me, like, it's too long to get an all big clip, but he got everyone, I think. He got every member, like before the whole fight was done. I can't even spell annihilation. I can't spell annihilation. I think I might be able to, but I don't want to mess it up. Man, this is such a cool skin still, though. God. Expensive, though. Almost as expensive as a whole season. Boom, boom. Yeah, he's already emote. You think that they're gonna bring Volskaya back in somehow? I mean, why not? If they brought in Lunar Colony, they could very well. I mean, like, Lunar Colony is my least favorite. Sorry, no. Volskaya is my least favorite. Overwatch map. Just period. But I don't hate it. I'd like to see it back. Not back in like quick play or whatnot, but you know, in some way. In a fun way. Yeah, I mean this was, man, if only we had more time. This was such a good fight. I was thinking I should have changed earlier. I was trying so hard to touch point.
Let's take him to the wasteland!
This was really good. This was really good.
Pick up your pastry, Trombo!
This was a heartbreaking match. That last second, though, man.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, I don't know how that wasn't play. Yeah, that was not play. It was, I think it was the last fight. You know, that was my first Imperial win, I think. Not play. Okay, so we need to see this really quick.
Now entering.
Maybe, no, I think it was my second Imperial win? No, I'm pretty sure it was my first. I got a Watcher win with Minty. Okay. Right, there's EMP. I get tree. I get tree. If that was... No, wait. Was that their EMP or ours? We don't have it. We don't have the cyber. That was their EMP. If that was their EMP, then what happens to my tree?
Life protects life. My tree is gone. Find cover.
What?
Life protects life.
Flames of liberation rise.
My ultimate is almost ready.
This is not a zoo.
Is it because I set it too close to the payload and the payload ends up moving and destroying it? I think that might be it. Let's see if the vanishing of the tree corresponds with any distance gained on the payload.
Life protects life.
Oh, let's break
My
it.
tree is gone. Find cover.
It doesn't move. In fact, it shouldn't move. There's too many enemies on it. You know, Kiriko's there. Plaza's not close enough, but Kiriko's there. I don't get it. I'm so confused. I am just baffled. I'm hacked right now. As soon as the hack wears off, I use tree.
Shiwit, popong shiwit, vamos skulasha.
Going up.
I don't know. Maybe I gotta make a clip and then post it on Twitter and have people go, "You idiot! It's because this." And I'm like, I had no idea about that. But I am like 99.9% sure that it doesn't make any sense. These are some pretty snazzy colors. Look at that. I mean, I think they added more light blue than they used to. That's pretty cool too. All right, so I gotta find someone to raid us to. Let's go to Elsie Arts. That's a good idea. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time, probably at like 11:30. And then on Friday, it'll probably be 11. For our Friday stream, leading into the weekend. Let me get it all set up. Thank you guys for watching. It's not there we go.